Kemble, and this is vlog number, I can't even remember, but I'm on vacation, and this is the vlog where I talk about quarterly stories, which is my graphic novel that I handwrite, hand letter, and hand ink, and then hand to you. It's a very personal story to me about faith and mental illness, and this is the vlog where I document the process and the progress of creating that graphic novel, on top of being a full-time illustrator, full-time art director, full-time husband, and full-time father. As you can hear, my throat is like screwed up. I couldn't go on Artcaster's weekly vlog, or art show I guess I should call it, that I do with Scott Circlin, and this week's special guest was Mike Emirates, and I'm halfway through listening to what they recorded yesterday, and it's super awesome to hear them, but I miss my buddies, so it's like it's kind of a bummer missing that. I tend to take what I commit to pretty seriously, so if I commit to like a show or something like that and I can't be on it, it's like a personal disappointment. But I'm a little bit more capable of talking now. The throat's clearing up, the body feels so much better. Like yesterday I actually was able to do my workout and work on my comic, and for like about 2 days I was completely out of commission, which was the weirdest feeling because I've kind of already built these habits. And so to be put in a position where it literally is just not going to happen, and I'm not able to work on my comic or to exercise, that's a whole world of like annoying to me, because like I've actually gotten to the point where if I miss a day, I feel really kind of annoyed at the fact that I missed the day, because it's such an ingrained habit. It's like the day doesn't even feel like a day until I've completed a panel. So for those of you who are new to this, just to explain, I have this goal of doing about a panel a day of my comic, because I have a pretty large comic book project, pretty much a graphic novel, that I would like to complete at some point in the next year. I'm definitely over halfway. In fact, I'm almost at the 2/3 mark. Now, because I'm a full-time art director, I don't have time in the day, and I have a fairly long commute, which is where I record a lot of these vlogs, so my time is very limited. And so in order to accomplish a big goal, I have to kind of work on it in little chunks, which actually works pretty effectively, and I've found that I make more progress that way than I did, frankly, when I was freelance and I didn't have as solid and rigid of a schedule. But the nice thing about today is it's like my Friday, and it's Thursday, which is awesome. And it's a couple days till we leave to go to Utah to visit my wife Mai's family. I'm hoping to record, some vlog and some cool footage and stuff of our trip to Utah. But I'm also like, just kind of realizing like the last time I went out of state was quite a while ago. I'm a weird kind of personality in the sense that I'm not really big on taking trips. Like I'm actually, I like going places locally and going on little local adventures, maybe hitting up LA every once in a while, but I'm definitely the type of person who needs to work on stuff. So I actually prefer, most of the time, if I'm going to take a vacation, it's like my idea of a vacation would be like a week alone with my comic where I can work on it and get stuff done. I don't tend to do big vacations, big trips. I think I'm also a bit of a curmudgeon, but that doesn't mean I don't enjoy those things. So this is like a nice excuse to get out of state and change my window view a little bit. It's also really good for Benji, because I'm a curmudgeon and I don't tend to like to go a far distance from my house or from California, that doesn't mean my son is going to be the same way, and he needs to see more of the world. And so I think that'll be good for him too, to have a little road trip, have some hopefully positive memories from it. And yeah, so I was able to work out yesterday. I was able to do a panel. It was a very small panel. I'll show you a little footage of it, but it was a panel nonetheless. also feel pretty good about that. Let me explain why that is. I mean, other than just getting stuff done and accomplished feels good. And I've addressed this on the vlog, but it's like, for me, I'm starting to know myself a little better than I used to. And part of getting to be aware of yourself and more self-aware is being more aware and accepting of your flaws, and also finding workarounds to character flaws. And one of my character flaws is that I'm not a person who procrastinates well or effectively, and I frankly am pretty suspicious of a claim that there's a way to effectively procrastinate. Because in my experience, most people I meet who procrastinate don't get stuff done, and when they do get stuff done, it's usually not to the level that they were wanting it to be, so they don't feel a sense of fulfillment or ownership over a project. I can definitely say I myself am that way. Like, unless I build a rigid habit and work on something on a daily basis, I tend to be terrible at it. And so one of my strengths is, if I work on something on a daily basis, I'm pretty good at self-discipline. And so, and I'm beginning to get better at it, because I'm just forced to be. Like, if I want to continue to work on comics, but I also want to retain this job as an art director, I have to be able to find windows of time to create content. In this case, my graphic novel or these vlogs, and make the best that I can with the time that I have. The fact that I got a panel done yesterday was good, because I didn't let the little break kind of derail me and cause it to be a much longer break, and then a month from now wake up and go, oh, you know, I used to want to do comics, you know, which I think is important. And I feel like it's a bit of a milestone for myself, just to like have gotten so ingrained in the habit. Now, there's something that's going to get complicated from this, which is I'm going on vacation for a little bit. So on Saturday, we're going to leave to go to Utah, and I won't be back till probably Tuesday. So that's a little less than a week. That's a little less than a week where I may not be able to work on comics. And I'm very excited about that, that it's the last day of the week. This should be a really good week, because I have a lot of days off. The company's in a good position, which is ideal. In my seat, you know, when we're in profit and we're up at the end of the year, that looks really good. I think that just goes for whatever company you're working for. The higher up you get, the more the consequences, if you have success or failures, more heavy they rest on your shoulders. The point being, it's a relief that our company is doing well, because it's a reinforcement of the idea that what I've been striving for is not in vain. Like, I've actually done some positive things and contributed to my company, and I like that. So that's on like just a professional level. There's a burden kind of lifted when you end the year on good news like that. I would feel like a fool for not celebrating and enjoying the fact that we ended on a positive note. So now I'm heading to work. I'm excited about the holidays. I'm going to have to probably not be posting a lot on social media, because I'm going to be out of state. And then when I get back, I'm hoping to hit the comics pretty hardcore. See how it goes. I'll touch base with you guys when I'm off work. And, you know, I hope you guys are having good holidays. I hope you have good plans. I hope if you guys have to head out of state, you drive safely and are safe and enjoy time with your family and stuff. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good. I just got off work. I'm heading home. We're gonna go home, collect presents and Benji, and then head over to my family's house to celebrate my side of the family's Christmas, and just exchange gifts and do like a little pre-Christmas, which should be really fun, especially for Benji and for me as well, because I love spending time with my family. They're just wonderful people, some of my favorite people on the planet.
Hi, I'm Kemble, and I'm 4. And sure, I'm Kemble, and I'm 4 yours. So I'm in number 4. I'm sure I haven't forgotten the number. You're short. You're short. You're talking to me. You're better at Kemble. When you think you're Dada, you're set. You're going to be Mama.
Thank you for that awesome information, Benji. That's awesome.
Who's driving the car? Who's driving the car?
Oh no!
I think you're Kemble. I'm 4. I'm sure I was going to go. Go have make the tracks. So the picture. I think I love the picture. See how the recorder button to start at 6.
Okay, so we're at a rest stop. We're about 6 hours in, and we should be ready to get to Utah in another probably like 6 hours or so. So, yeah, cool.
Bye, slide.
Bye, slide. Did you have fun on the slide, Benji?
Yes. We took the slide back to Earth. We were on a robot ship.
All right, back to Utah. Woohoo!
The numbers. This is watching like me. I understand. I'm eating orange chips.
What that is? Orange chips.
What? No.
Okay, so we got to Utah. It's really kind of nice. So just spending time with family, lots of snow, as you can see, which for somebody from California is kind of a nice relief. so we're in downtown Salt Lake, just kind of seeing some of the city, some of the sights. I'm kind of in silhouette, but that's so that you can see this awesome building. This is like the Capitol building. So Utah, not really my cup of tea for like a city, but it's beautiful, and it's got a lot of really interesting like architecture and cool stuff. So I'm gonna try to capture some of that amidst like little family stuff. So so far, trip to Utah has been really cool. I haven't been able to work on comics much, but that's what a vacation's for, right? So when I get home, should be heading back tomorrow. Then I'm hoping to work on the next panel, inking the next panel. But in the meantime, enjoy the snowy landscape of Utah. Dude, that's pretty cool. Is this a big building?
Yeah.
Yeah? How big? How big's the building?
It's big, 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 big. Not.
Big, 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 big? Yeah, that's true. It is big. So yeah, that's Salt Lake behind me. It's kind of rad. It's a pretty city. A lot of religious influence on the city that I don't necessarily agree with, but it's very beautiful. Benji did all the steps.
Wait, turn around. Look at the sky. Right.
Come on. There you go. There you go. Marble stuff. Yeah, so we're here inside the Capitol building. Really beautiful. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. It's sort of amazing. Benji, how big is this Christmas tree? Yeah, I mean, definitely kind of amazing. It's interesting. Science and technology is part of their capital. I hope that's true. So that's apparently Brigham Young, who like is the guy who established this thing. Once again, I don't know about that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's amazing. He dipped his finger in a little bit of silver. Some old relics and stuff. Fossils. Materials they used to build this building. The type on that poster. Check out that. That's pretty awesome. It's very serious. This dude looks like he's in a smoking jacket. Another very serious looking dude. It's Mabley. I don't know if I'd leave my kid with that dude. Check out that phone. Hovering over the Salt Lake. Oh no, it's an alien hand. Thing. Like, I like the state of Utah so far. I do find it weird, just like, and this is, you know, I'm a religious person too. I just don't think religion should be too tied into like state politics. So I find that a little strange. But other than that, it's a really neat city and really wide and kind of interesting. Really beautiful building, cool architecture. I'm sure there's a lot of like Masonic influence in all the stuff. It's very cool. It's rad. From the Sandlot. Great movie. Excellent, guys. Liberty. I love these old portraits and hairstyles. I mean, just look at some of these dudes' mustaches. It's on the Utah Capitol building.
It's very beautiful.
I would agree. Yeah.
I didn't really get to read anything because I was following Benji. But it's pretty cool. It's worth visiting.
Yeah, it's definitely beautiful. Really cool.
It's got some
architecture and stuff.
interesting stuff with the architecture, apparently. It
Yeah.
has laurel wreaths, lions, beehives, all sorts of Corinthian columns. Local granite quarried from Little Cottonwood Canyon line the outside of the building. Greek and Roman roots, architecturally symbolic of American democracy. So.
So far, very relaxing, very cool to see family. Miss California, but it's kind of fun to do some touristy stuff. So, and like I said, this main hall is just unbelievably beautiful. So, like I said, I don't really agree with the belief systems out here. However, the buildings and the architecture are pretty amazing. It's pretty awesome. So Mai, have I talked to you about Joseph Smith?
You know, no comment.
So we just drove, yeah, somewhere like Cottonwood Canyon, all the way up to like Solitude Resort, and it's just beautiful. There's just,
I think it's up towards Silver Lake.
yeah, and there's like snow everywhere. It's just lovely. So I'll show you guys some of what we're seeing, but it's pretty cool. It's too bad it's so cold. It'd be fun to bring like a sketchbook up here. Alright, so I haven't shot too much video, but I did get a lot of good footage of like some of the, you know, more touristy stuff up in Utah, as well as just, you know, like checking out the mountains and stuff like that. And I have to say, like, you know, coming here, like I have family up here. I've been up here before. I was here for my wife's sister's wedding. And it was beautiful, but I've always just kind of had like a hesitance and like kind of an issue with Utah. And maybe that was just because of bad ideas of what Utah is as a state, because I have to say after this trip, it's a beautiful state. It's beautiful. Like those mountains are unbelievable. So yeah, so there's that. I mean, I'm actually pretty impressed with the state and had a pretty good trip so far, but I really miss working on comics, so I'm looking forward to, weirdly enough, the long drive home tomorrow. to get home to kind of work on comics and get more art done. But it's been pretty cool. It's fun to see Benji playing with all the kids in the family, and it is freezing.
How they keep track of
Wait.
who's who and who's doing what.
Wait, don't we free people in this? You went and like skipped the whole crowd chart.
Guys, there's a guy up there.
You killed me.
My turn up.
Free me first. Free me first, Ethan.
Wait, why are...
Guys, can you guys come over here and save the person or not? You might kill yourself real quick, shot me.
Well, the only time I've ever been there is we'd go the 40 west from Barstow.
All right, so I'm back home from Utah. Yesterday I just kind of hung out and watched some TV to kind of cap off the weekend and the break. And then what I'm hoping to do tonight is hit the exercise routine and get right back on to doing comics, which is something I've missed doing. But summary of Utah and the vacation. First off, I have to acknowledge, like, I for some reason had this like stigma in my head about Utah, and I like Utah. And I also like, I have to admit, like, it was great taking a vacation. It was great, like, you know, spending days and days with, like, you know, family and people I really care about and love. We had a lot of fun. There was a lot of drinks. There was a lot of great, lively conversation. And it just overall was really, I think, like a good reset. So anyhow, I'm now going to head to work, and then hopefully I'll still have the juice and the energy to kind of hit the exercise routine, which is going to feel weird because I haven't done it in like almost a week, and then get right back to comics. So that should be pretty exciting. Other than that, I just got to head to work, get through a work day, lead the team, do hopefully a pretty good job, and that'll do it. So I'm hoping also that I can edit this and then upload it maybe tonight. So there probably won't be footage of doing comics tonight on this because, you know, I'd like to get this vlog up. It's also been about a week since I've vlogged. So that's what I'm going to try to do, is get the vlog up, and then basically, you know, we can see where it goes from there. All right, well, thank you guys so much for those of you who subscribed, liked, commented on my YouTube channel. I know this particular video had a lot of footage of like scenery in Utah, but I thought it was really pretty, and I wanted to give you guys also just an idea of like how long of a drive that is, because you're pretty much driving through Nevada to Arizona to Utah, which is a pretty long drive, and we did it straight. And what I was really impressed with is that Benji, my 4-year-old kid, got through it great. Like, there wasn't a meltdown, there wasn't any sort of like freak out, which is really amazing at that age. Like, that's, if you guys are parents, you'll know. Even if you're not parents, just imagine you're gonna take a road trip that's like 10 to 11 hours long, and you know, even a regular adult has trouble doing that kind of drive, but like a 4-year-old kid, that's like eternity. So my wife and I were like really worried that Benji would have trouble getting through that drive, and he was like a trooper. Like, I think he's a little road warrior. So I'm pretty excited about that, because that also opens up a lot of possibilities for future vacations, you know, like national parks and stuff like that would be long drives. So that's really cool too. But I really miss working on comics, and this is just something about me that I realized my first year working where I worked, where I barely worked on anything other than just, you know, figuring out how to art correct and figuring out, you know, the business that I was working for. But one thing I noticed after that year was that, like, what was missing was comics. What was missing was like kind of this
passion and this thing that I love to do. And so, you know, I'm really looking forward to working on comics tonight. But I have to say, this is a great idea. I'm thankful that I have a wife who will kind of encourage me to do things like that I honestly, frankly, just don't like prioritize, and I should. So, I hope you guys have people in your lives who kind of help you stay focused, help you occasionally switch gears from the art thing, and focus on, you know, other equally important things like. So yeah. Anyhow, so we'll see how it goes at work today, and I will try to kind of like edit this, get it up by tonight. Might take a while because I'd like to add music in certain sections and stuff like that. But hopefully, I will see you guys next week, if not sooner.